Growing up, I was never really that good at anything. I could maybe drawing. I was decent at drawing growing up. I wasn't horrible with it, but I wasn't the best. But I was decent at drawing. Um, but when it came to anything else, I mean, I was never really super passionate. I wasn't really um, insanely good with anything. And I think that was like growing up. That was kind of my whole childhood. I just really wasn't super skilled, wasn't very coordinated. I played video games all day, watched TV, a lot of Family Guy, American Dad, a lot of those shows. Um, but it just never really, nothing really ever clicked for me. It's kind of weird. It took me till I was about 15 to actually find something that I enjoyed. Now, hopefully you can tell what I got into. If not, well, that sucks for me. I need to work a lot harder. But the gym. So when I was about 14, 15, somewhere like that, I was in ninth or 10th grade, and I started actively working out. Um, I remember as a kid always seeing like Johnny Bravo and all these different cartoon guys and how jacked they were with whatever they were doing. Um, I was like, man, I want to be jacked. I want to be strong. Because then maybe if I'm strong and I'm athletic, I'll get good at something. Maybe that'll happen. That would be freaking amazing. So I'm like, okay, well, if I lift enough and I get heavy enough, maybe that'll be enough for me to um, get more eyes on me. Get more passionate about something, get good at something. And it was a very slow first year of progress. I mean, granted, I was young, so I mean, it wasn't anything insane, but like I think my first bench max was like 165 pounds, and I was 185 at the time, which isn't too bad for a first bench max. And then my squat, I don't think I squatted till like a year, a year or two after. I'd never hit legs hardly at all, apart from like power cleans. Um, but it clicked for me. Something just kind of snapped, and I was like, I kind of like this thing. I'm gonna pursue this thing, and I'm gonna see how it goes, and maybe it'll lead to me being good at other stuff. So I went and I did wrestling and football, and they're okay. None of them really, had that clicky, snappy feeling with me. It was all still pretty, like, oh, I was so uncoordinated. I couldn't really catch the ball in football. With wrestling, I was good at not getting pinned. I was pretty darn tough, but I wasn't very aggressive. I wasn't a very, mean, aggressive guy. Um, and it was like I was trying to get good at this one thing just so I could get good at other things. I ended up falling in love with the very thing that I wanted to help me improve with. Does that make sense? Like, I fell in love with a thing I really thought would get me to where I wanted to be. And as you can see, I mean, I don't look horrible. I'm like 20 years old. I have a decent physique. I'm completely natural. And it's kind of weird to say I'm natural at 20 because it's crazy when I started lifting. A lot of people, were natural, of course. I was 15, but now it's like so many 15-year-olds I meet, they're just unnatural. They're not really, not really going the harder route. They're just trying to get that easy up there, easy what should I say, easy path up to the top. Which, granted, if you want to compete and be Mr. Olympia, or you want to do bodybuilding, unnatural bodybuilding, you kind of have to do that stuff. So I get it. But if not, I mean, what are you doing? But for what I was getting at, I don't think it's about the goal with anything. I mean, right now I'm filming back home. This is where I grew up. This is where I grew up in my childhood. A lot of nature, beautiful over here. I wish I could show you guys over there. Maybe I will pan to it at the end. But such a beautiful spot, and very tame, very calm, and I love nature. Um, but I can't help but think it's the person you become while chasing the goal rather than actually achieving the goal itself. Everyone gets so focused on, okay, well, I want to get abs, I want to get big biceps, I want to get vascular arms, I want to get all these different things, they forget about what they're really actually trying to get out of it. You're not trying to get abs. You're not trying to get a big chest. You're not trying to get big arms. You know what you're trying to get? You're trying to get the validation of other people. And not that there's anything wrong with that. That's literally how society works. We're a very tribalist oriented community. You know, there's like, that's why in middle school and high school, there's the jocks, the artists, the nerds, the robotic guys. I mean, there's so many different groups. But you're doing it so you can fit into a group you don't even know where you want to be yet. It just doesn't, at least this is how I was, you know, I was trying to fit in and be something that I wasn't inherently. I was too busy focused on trying to fit into a puzzle where you don't even belong in that puzzle, dude. You belong over here, man. You belong in this different puzzle, contributed to this different thing. And by the time I was 16, 17, I was kind of hanging out with a lot of different people. And in my friend group, we were just a freaking group of random guys. You know, we didn't have certain attributes we wouldn't have a bunch in common. Like the jocks were all good with football, the artists were all good with freaking art. Like we were just randoms, just good at random stuff. And it really taught me about diversity, you know, and kind of how I like a lot of weird niche things. I don't think I've ever met anybody that does and enjoys the same exact things that I do. Because I am a wild card, dude, and I don't expect anyone to, you know, be like, oh, you know, I love backpacking as much as this guy. I love freaking art as much as this guy. I love jujitsu. I mean, I love all these. No, I mean, that's just not how it works. I mean, maybe one day that'd be cool to meet somebody like that. But as I kind of did these random, I realized, man, I'm more in love with weightlifting than I am with actually the thing I was hoping to fall in love and get good with and get the validation of others in doing so. So hopefully that all makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. I don't care. Whatever. You know, I'm just yapping. I'm trying to soak up the sun and get a little tan on me. You know, I tan up pretty good, but right now, you know, I'm still trying to get all tanned up. My arms are there, but my chest and stuff are not. But as I was saying, we're all pursuing something big. We all have goals. But you have to understand, in your mind, no matter who you are, I don't care what you are, you want something. You want a really good family. You want a really good job. You want to get really good at freaking painting. I don't know. Just understand, when you hit that goal, you're never going to think this is enough. Greed is something we inherently have. You know, whether you, like in whatever religion there is, there's the 7 deadly sins. Greed is one of them, and that's something I've suffered with a lot. I've noticed as I've gotten bigger, I just wanted abs, dude. When I started lifting, you know, and now, like, they're there, you know? They're there. I mean, I physically have abs, which is kind of weird. I mean, maybe not resting super well like this, but they're there. And now I still want to get bigger. And I don't want that to swallow me into being unnatural. And actually, you know, I lifted for health. Now it's like, you're going to lift, and it's like a lot of kids growing up nowadays, they're swapping out this addiction of vaping, smoking, drinking for lifting. But that lifting leads to Retta, it leads to terzepatide, it leads to steroids, and like just a bunch of different stuff. You're just swapping one addiction with the other. And I'm not going to lie, you're probably going to look really cool doing the other one versus one. But in the same sense, you're still fucking yourself up, man. You know? Excuse my French. But the goal, man, it's just, the goal for me is just being happy, you know? I just want to be as happy as I can, because I'm living once. There's a timer above everybody's head, and it's ticking down right now. What are you doing with that time, man? Are you seeking the validation and the opinions of others to be good about you, rather than pursuing what you want in life? Have you thought of that? I didn't think of that for the longest time. I didn't think of, man, what do I really want in life? You know, do I really want a smoking hot wife? Do I really want to get the biggest muscles possible? What do you truly want, man? Or do you truly want the popularity that comes with being maybe a little bigger? You know, people fist bumping you on the side of the road, you know, rather than the actual muscle itself. So I don't know. I mean, it's up to you to decide. I mean, I'm just here navigating my thoughts along with you. You know, I'm not an expert. I'm just a freaking 20-year-old that's trying to learn more and more about life and fulfill my purpose, whatever it may be. You know, right now I feel like it's coaching and trying to get people the best results possible. For you, it might be I don't even freaking know. What's something where you serve other people? My mind's drawn blank. Say you want to freaking help people with their addictions, you know, as I was just talking about before. Pursue what you want to pursue. How can you help people to the best of your ability? And I'm pretty sure you're going to look back on life and look at how many people you helped and probably think, you know, that was worth that. So I don't know. I don't know what you guys are pursuing, man. I know I'm pursuing on being just me, you know. A lot of people got to focus on me. In my previous video, it was just about how Batman influenced me on how to be myself. You know, it's just a very random title, but I don't know, man. Like, pursue what you want to pursue, and, you know, good things will come, you know. Right now, I'm not insane financially. You know, I'm probably on the lower end, where I should be a little higher. And this is in the result of me pursuing jiu-jitsu, weightlifting, backpacking, all these hobbies I have, you know, and trying to live while I'm still young, because you're only going to be young for so long. But anyways, I don't even know where I'm really going with. I just wanted to freaking yap a little bit. So, I love you guys. Peace out.